Good morning, Carol Ann.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you today?
Doing fine, thank you.
How is your summer going?
After, thinking very hard, should we open or not this summer? It's going very well, and I'm glad that we did take the risk and open up, and I'm finding we're getting supported, so that's really great.
Awesome. So you are owner of the cutest little shop in St. Andrews, in the beautiful, beautiful town of St. Andrews, called Tall Tom's. So tell us a little bit about Tall Tom's and what that is.
Okay, so Tall Tom's started 9 years ago. We were going to markets, selling the kettle corn, and then we added in the lemonade. And this is our third season of having a shop in St. Andrews where we've added Sussex ice cream to the product line as well.
Okay. So when you say you were going around to the farmers markets, it was kind of in a rotation. You would visit the different farmers markets in Charlotte County?
Right. We went to St. Andrews, St. Stephen, uh, Kingston Peninsula, and then Queen Square in St. John. So it's a
Okay.
rotation of those four every week throughout the summer.
Okay. And what made you decide to jump from the road show of farmers markets to, to your own brick and mortar store in St. Andrews?
I guess it's because people really were enjoying our product and the experience of coming and visiting us. And I thought it would be great if it was available for a longer period of time for people to come visit.
Mhm.
They might not be able to make it to a market at that specific window, but if we were open throughout the summer season, then that would give them a chance to visit us.
Right. And I suppose it would have been kind of, when you were in those other areas and you couldn't be in your own, home location, with St. Andrews having so much tourism, then people were actually coming to you as opposed to you going to them.
Right. It did open up a whole new part too, to have people that are from other provinces and from the US to be able to experience what we have too. And that was, yeah, that's another reason why we chose St. Andrews, because it's a beautiful location and you get a lot of variety of people coming there.
That's true. So let's talk a little bit about the fact that you for a bit there, you didn't know that you were going to be able to open. How did COVID, like looking back to March, April, how did COVID-19 kind of give you a bit of a startle about your business and how it would run this summer?
Yeah, I mean, because the shop does rely on tourism, I guess we were afraid there maybe wouldn't be enough people coming to help keep it going.
Mhm.
But we also realized that we had a pretty broad local base with people visiting the markets, and some of those people would be visiting the shop as well. So we took that into consideration. And then also the fact that our product is it's a feel good kind of item. If you're feeling kind of down about COVID, you can come enjoy a great tasting lemonade or a lovely ice cream. And it's not an expensive treat. Like if you
Mhm.
need to just, find a happy place to, to go to for a little bit and lift your spirits.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. So what precautions did you have to put in place, when you decided to open? Was it a huge kind of job to put precautions in place for your type of business?
It didn't end up being that bad. We did change to a takeout window instead of coming in to order, and
Okay.
really the window was already there. So we just changed the flow and made some distancing happen, and it's actually worked really well. Um, and our porch, which we used to have tables and chairs on, is now where they line up, and those chairs got put out closer to the water, and I'm finding more people are enjoying the water view now. So it actually worked out really well.
Isn't it interesting how, COVID has had many negatives, many, but for some businesses who were kind of thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to my business? They were able to make some of these accommodations, and it's actually worked out, better for them when it comes to how they run their business or their offerings.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, yeah. So where can we find you in St. Andrews? So paint us the picture of, for those people who have never been to St. Andrews, kind of paint us the picture of the village or of the town and, kind of where you're located.
Right. So when you come into St. Andrews, there's the main Water Street, which is the street most people walk up and down and enjoy the shops and the offerings there, which are all great. We are a bit more of a off the beaten trail sort of, I would call it, we try to make it a destination because we're not visible from Water Street, but we are visible from the wharf, which is just one block from Water Street, and it's a nice wharf you can walk down and enjoy the water from. So we're just to the right of it at 8 King Street, and we're right in the corner. So we're two sides of us have the water, and it's a beautiful little spot, kind of a, for those that like to just find that special little location that's not where it's as busy as the rest of the town. It's a nice spot where the breeze is cool off the water and you can just sit down and relax for a few minutes and take it easy and enjoy the view and our products, and then refresh yourself and get going again.
Yeah. And I have to say that the weather has been on your side this summer. I mean, it has been.
We are a very weather dependent business.
Yeah. And if it's, and in St. Andrews, because you are by the water, it sometimes is a little bit cooler than it would be, more inland. So what has been some popular products for your customers coming to visit this summer? Well,
when you're hot and you're thirsty, the lemonade is very popular. It's I don't know, we chose to make the lemonade with really good quality ingredients, and that's made a huge difference in the taste. And so people really do enjoy them. You can get them with just the classic traditional lemonade, or we add in fresh fruit purees like organic strawberry, or local Haskett berry, which we grow ourselves.
Oh, okay.
With that. Fresh mint that we grow in our garden, and also lime. So those are the add-ins, and people can adjust the sugar with that. They can go with no sugar. They can have stevia as an option, or they can have it with our organic sugar, which we'll put in a quarter or a half, or however much people prefer to have, so that this drink can be available to everyone that would like to try it.
So it's not just about walking up and, saying, I'll just have the lemonade. It's really custom to the experience of the customer.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of people enjoy it just the typical way that we do make it, but they have that option of changing it to meet their needs and their tastes. So yeah, that's great. And then we also have the Sussex ice cream, which I'm just thrilled to find. New Brunswick made ice cream made by the Freeze family near Sussex. Mm-hmm. And it's just a nice quality, small batch made ice cream with more natural ingredients. And they just keep coming up with these great flavors. And so we love serving that as well.
Yeah. I've always said that if I could ever choose like one, just kind of one job to be able to do, and not get paid for it, it would be an ice cream taste tester, coming up with different flavors, because that would be my ultimate job.
That's fun. I used to when we traveled, we would find all the ice cream spots and taste them all, and gelato spots. So I drive quite a ways just to get my favorite gelato. So I guess I'm hoping that people will feel the same about our place, and they'll come just to get what these products that they enjoy.
Yeah. And you also have some kettle corn.
Oh yes, the kettle corn, which has really taken off this year, and I think it's maybe because COVID, we're doing more snacking and just not going out as much. Or if you're at the campground and you want a snack, it's great for that. So we pop that ourselves, and it's 100% organic. Okay. And we use coconut oil for 2 of the flavors and organic sunflower for another. So it's a really nice, fresh, quality snack, and people are really enjoying that this year too.
So it seems to me your theme is, very much quality, at Tall Tom's. You've mentioned that, you use high quality ingredients, you're organic. How important is that when you started, going to the markets, but also, having this bricks and mortar store, that you kept the quality very high? Because sometimes, with small businesses, sometimes might go for the lower price, to save some money, but it sounds like you want to keep that quality high. So how important was that?
That was really important, because that was one of the first things Tom and I discussed was, do we go with the organic sugar or don't we? It's a lot more expensive than a typical white sugar. But I just felt like the taste made such a difference, and that it was worth putting the extra money into it. We're still trying to keep the products very affordable, maybe from a business sense, too affordable. but at the same time, I don't know, we want people to have a place that they enjoy coming to, that they'd want to come back to, because they're getting something that tastes great, and that they're proud to go to and to bring their friends and family to. I think often when you're going out, you want to go out for a treat, but sometimes your choices are those ones that they've just done the cheapest ingredients and the cheapest products, and you don't feel as good about going out for those treats as you would if you went to a place where it is the better quality and the better taste. And also, I mean, we're trying to bring that along with that, to bring a customer service with it, that people feel like they're valued and that they want to come back. And when they do come back, they're noticed. And I mean, we're not perfect at that. There's some really busy days where we're trying to fly through things, but we still are trying to make people go, yeah, I really liked coming there, and I love to come back. And we like to notice, when people do return, and yeah.
And sometimes, to some people, like for me as well, customer service is sometimes way more important than the actual product that you're buying. The product is great, but a lot of times people will return, then they might not always need that ice cream or the kettle corn, but they'll return because, they feel some buy-in because of the customer service is so good. Yeah. Yeah. So, and we can't not, talk about Tall Tom's without actually talking about the name.
Right.
So, and you and I have talked about this before, because you're an incoming member of our Oasis program, and we're really excited to finally do that program in Charlotte County in the fall. But tell us a little bit about the background behind the name.
Well, so we started the business with our kids when they were in high school, just to help them learn about business and to make some money for university. And so they had input into the business, and our daughter was the one who thought up the name, Tall Tom's. Mm-hmm. And so it's based on how tall her dad is, which is Tom. So he's a very tall man. I don't know if I should give away just how tall he is, because sometimes we run little contests on that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's where the name came from. And then we had a person help us with our logo. So it's based on that name, and tall Tom with his long legs up in a tree picking lemons. And so it's really stuck. And now we notice people, they'll just say, oh, I want to go for a Tall Tom's. Mm-hmm. So it's becoming kind of that name that people are recognizing and relating to, mostly our lemonade.
Yeah. And I love the story behind the fact that this started as a true family business, that you were instilling that entrepreneurial mindset and that spirit in your kids, so that they could then in turn, start their careers, and then you kept it up, for other families to enjoy. So kudos to you and the team at Tall Tom's. I'm really looking forward to having you in the program this fall, and I wish you all the best. And I will see you in St. Andrews soon for my very own Sussex ice cream. So we'll talk to you soon.
Wonderful. Thank you, Clarissa.